We've done a full wash of what we've just done, what we've just used. I've had to, I don't have a big stack of pots and pans. This is something that I need to look into. I've got like orange kind of thing that you can sort of slow cook chili, stews, whatever, blah blah blah, and I've got a slow cooker, and then I only really have 2 main pots and pans that I use. Is anybody else like that? So I had to do a full wash of the 2 of them, the hand blender, the knife. I'll have to, the ladle's drying. So yes, so for our lasagna, I have one of those. I've got another one in the cupboard should I need it. However, I don't want my lasagna to be too saucy. I like it to be a bit more together. And I'm going to be doing individual ones. So that's how I'm going to be doing it. I might need the second one, I don't know. I've got 5 of these for the bechamel. I keep calling it a bechamel, it's not really a bechamel, but that's what we're going to call it. I've got my frozen garlic. I'm now adding into the mix with the red onions and the mushrooms, the frozen, they're frozen peppers. That's going to be in the body of my mince ragu. So for my bechamel, we've got Dijon mustard. We have got leeks that I have washed and we're going to chop. We have chicken stock, tomato puree. We have now, this is where I think everybody is different. So I'll be putting in ground cumin and ground cinnamon into my ragu. And I would do the same if I was doing a spag bol and a chili and a cottage pie. I think that that's the basis of a ragu, and then you branch off into your cultural food lane. If I were to continue down a cottage pie, sorry my flip-flop is fucking come off. If I were to continue making a cottage pie, I would be adding in my Worcester sauce and I would actually maybe put in a bit of mustard. And then you're kind of going more gravy based rather than passata. But you're still going to have your tomato puree. If I were going to go down the road of chili, I would have chipotle chili paste, which I do have a jar of. I have a couple of jars of. I'm actually going to show you. It's actually a nice one. Let me see. Chipotle chili paste. I would put that into any chili or fajita mix that I am making. I think it's a great addition. It's a paste, so you need to cook it out. And again, like the chipotle chili flakes, it gives that smoky heat. It doesn't give a heat. It's a smoky heat. It builds. So yes, if I were to go down the cottage pie, lay in parents, Worcester sauce, maybe a bit of mustard, and you're going sort of towards the gravy direction. Chili, you're adding in the likes of your pastes, you're adding in your chili spice to what you like. So that's what you're doing there. But I would have my ground cumin and my ground cinnamon. They're good, really background flavours. They're builders. With a spag bol, again, they're great. And you're sort of keeping on that Italian vein of passata. So it's going to be still that sort of ready tomatoey sauce. Again, you could put a bit of Worcester sauce in with a spag bol. Some people do that. And then you've got like your red wines, your white wines, and you did different stocks to really sort of hone in on certain flavours. So this is what I do with the lasagna. Ground cinnamon, ground cumin, they'll go into my mince ragu. It will be very tomatoey. because it's got passata and it's going to have tomato puree. Now, I don't actually have any because I haven't cooked lasagna in a long time, but sugar brings out tomatoes. Sugar and salt together bring out tomatoes. So, but I don't have any. Am I bothered? No, not really. So, and for my bechamel, I grind in myself. I grate in nutmeg. That's what I also use. So I also need to get out my pepper. So this is where we're at. So my Cajun pastas are chilling. My 10 Cajun pastas are chilling. I'm actually quite delighted that I got 10. I need to get out my wee grater. I do have a lot of utensils because I do like to cook. So I do have utensils. So we have, can you see? Can you see? Let's lower that down. Can you see? Let's, camera, don't forsake me now. Right, bring that out a bit. That's okay. Right, so we've got 3 leeks that I have washed. And you know what? They grow from the ground, people. So I've washed them. I'm taking off the outer layer. You don't want to over kill the leeks with stripping off all the layers. That's ridiculous. I mean, leeks I think are a very underrated veg. I think that if you throw leeks into something, it's just going to taste so good. I'll take the tops off, will I? Yeah, I'll take the tops off. Take the tops off. See, when I make this, I'm still going to call it a bechamel. See, when I make this bechamel, oh my god. I could use that as like a base for a vegan carbonara. It's so good. So good. Now, as I said before, chopping can be very relaxing. There we are, you can see me now. You can see me now. Did I leave everything on? Everything on? Hold on. Right. I got this recipe from Jamie Oliver. And do you see, once you make it once, you will not want to do your white sauce any other way. The flavour from this is next level. I sometimes have the lasagna just so that I can make this leek sauce. Leek white sauce. Bechamel leek white sauce. Honest to God, it is just unreal. Unreal. The smell of leeks. So, we're not going to cook them until our ragu is sort of working away, doing its thing. So we need to get our mince on. I'll use the smaller pan for the mince because, will I? I bought a lot of mince. I'll use the smaller pan. Well, why is that so puffed? Any need? What's that about? Right. We're going to go heat 4. We've got 5% fat, so I'm not going to put any oil in for the minute. I'm going to let that sort of cook out first. So I got a large pack of mince and a small pack of mince, and they're both 5% lean fat. That's what I have opted for. So annoying. Right, where is that? Instantly regret putting that into the wee pan. I'm not changing it now because it's like contaminated the pan because it's meat, and no, I'm not redoing it. But yeah, regret using the small pan for the mince. Why did I do that? 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 So that needs to cook down. We're gonna put that on to, I've put that up to 5 now, and we're going to see how we get on. In the meantime, I'm going to cover my pastas. Do you know what? I don't need to cook them. What am I doing? Because do you know why? I'll be freezing them, defrosting, and then reheating. I don't need to cook them again as a pasta bake. That job's an absolute good. So all we need to do, do I need a pen? I'm gonna get a pen. Sometimes you have to talk through this, especially when it's been a while. What the fuck is this? Right. Occasion. So I actually can just load these into the freezer. What date is it today? Wednesday the 20th of July. I'll do. What was I thinking? I don't know what I was. Do you know what it is? You fall into a pattern with food. Why is this like 4 dogs? You fall into a pattern with food. And you just follow what you've been doing the whole entire time. But that would make no sense for me to put that in the oven. It would make no sense whatsoever, and the cheese freezes absolutely fine. I put in bags of grated cheese into the freezer. Absolutely no issue at all. So I can actually just start to stack them. So that saved me more time then. Because now all I have to do is do my individual lasagnas when they're ready, because they do need baked. Jesus Christ. Who designed these? All I'm writing is Cajun, because I know what it is. Isn't that amazing? How did that even... Why did I not even think of it? Why did I not think of it? I don't know. It's so weird. can use that for building our lasagnas. Get ourselves sort of semi-prepped for that. If that's gonna work. Dun, dun, dun. And again, I went into my cupboard and I've basically got a packet and a half of lasagna sheets. Usually I would just, I'll buy 2 packets because I don't know what I have. And I thought to myself last night, I thought, no, I'm going to make a real conscious effort here. Right, there was 6 in the last one, probably 6 in this one. We'll figure that out. Right. That was just like a wee... Sometimes you have to just work through things and you'll get there. And I just had to work through them. And I got there. That's what that was. Can't forget about a mint. I haven't used these wee tin foil trays in such a long time. I used to buy them all the time. All the time. And I just thought to myself last night, why don't I do that anymore? What am I doing? Do you know who I feel like? Do you ever watch Pioneer Woman? I love Pioneer Woman. See, if I lived on a ranch, I would be like Pioneer Woman. She's sort of like a doomsday prepper, but I think when you live so far out, you kind of have to. I would love that. I would love it. Have it on a high enough heat till it's cooking down, so we'll wait until it's cooked down, it's browning, the water's sort of going away. Then we'll go in with our onions and our garlic. I haven't gone in with any oil. Don't be afraid that your meat has enough fat in it that sometimes you don't need to be adding oil unnecessarily. Trust in them. Right. 2, 4, 6. I have a second freezer. It's not a deep freeze, but you know what? I'll have enough room for all of this. And then no more. There'll be no more room for anything else. therapeutic for me. And I think to myself, that was really worth doing. It pays off for me when I'm in a run of shifts and I'm tired and I think, oh, thank God I did that. Thank God I took a day off and I spent a time back into myself, because this is still self-care, you know. I'm still self-caring because I'm thinking about what I'm eating, my nutrition, all of that. It all counts. So that's our occasion. We do need to go in with a bit of seasoning with the mince. So we need to go in with some salt, and we need to go in with some pepper. Mine's just already ground black pepper, so I just, ooh, that's a lot of black pepper. That's a lot of black pepper. This is how we're looking. This is how we're looking. To lasagna to have a bit of lean parents. Well, this is Tesco, but you know what I mean. What's this sauce? So we'll be going in very soon. We're getting nice and brown. We want to get that mince nice and crumbly. So we're breaking it down. Maybe I should move the camera. Why am I over there for? When I'm here? Jesus, Rachel. Hold on. Is that better? I've no light there, you see. I've no light. We'll try it and we'll see how we go. That's all I can do. Now. That's our mince. Pretty much cooked. So we're going to take this down from 5 to 3. Okay? Here. Dakota loves these. Just gonna knock that down to 1. Dakota loves these. She loves to lick the inside. I let her. What harm does it do? Nothing. Bit of weak flavour for, so that's just a chicken stock. No, oh Jesus, what am I doing? Nothing spectacular, just a chicken stock, just plain, no herbs, no spices, just plain chicken stock. It's easier working the other way. I don't know. What do I think about this? Right, we're going to go in with some lean parents. Does anybody use loads like I do? Oh, you can smell it. Ooh, yes. Right, we're going to get some garlic. Now, I don't have a lot left in this frozen pouch, so I think I'm just going to scrape together what I have, which is a forkful. Stick that in. I think so. I think that's realistic. So we've got our, maybe you want to knock that down. Keep it on. Keep it on 3. I'm gonna go in with some ground cinnamon. Just adds another dimension. And believe it or not, there'll be things in your lasagna from the Italian restaurant that you would think to yourself, what? There's what? Seriously. So this isn't that weird. Ground cumin. The amount of people that do not use ground cumin in ragus of any nature. Why aren't you using ground cumin? Why? I don't know. Right, we're getting kind of, let's go down to 2. Right. Done our ground cinnamon. Now we're going in with our onions. So we're adding in a bit more moisture here because these are actually defrosted. And again, I'm using red onions, not white onions. So, in the grand scheme of things, if I had chopped up a red onion myself, I'd probably have a lot more onion. But just given the fact that I used quite a bit of that bag in the Cajun pasta, now I can feel that that's bubbling away nicely. So we need to get all that moisture out. So we're looking like that. We're looking like that. Anybody else not put certain things, certain veggies in their lasagna? Some people like, I don't mind having mushrooms and peppers kind of mixed through. I really don't mind that at all. It kind of just, it all adds for me. And do you know what? It makes a very ready tomatoey dish a bit more colourful. And the mushrooms only ever complement the meat because they're so beefy. So that's what I don't mind about mushrooms. And I like coloured peppers. So again, I always have, as I've told you before, in my freezer, and it's part of like my staples, my pouch of frozen garlic, my pouch of frozen ginger, my bag of white onions, red onions, mushrooms and peppers, and they're great for all sorts. If you're going to do homemade pizza, sure, there's your toppings right there. You might need to just get a packet of ham or something. Then I'm going to put these away because this is the last of the frozen stuff and I don't want these to completely most of under the stairs just for Dakota. Her food, her toys or treats. Not our toys, or treats. Laundry stuff. That is smelling really good, guys. Really good. So we're just mixing. Just mixing. Might go in with some more cumin before I go in with my tomato puree and my passata. Because we want that flavour to really carry through. Okay? We want to taste that and go, God, oh, I've used all my cumin. No! I'll not be adding in any more cumin then, guys. Oh well, never mind. It'll always be tasty. Right. So what we want to do is we want to let that just cook away, and we're going to put in, we're going to do our tomato puree. Hold on. Why am I opening this fresh one when there's one there opened? What am I like? So, again, we'll just use the rest of this tube. These a tight squeeze. It's like squeezing out the last of the toothpaste. No. It would be a bit odd if I needed some more, to be honest, for what I have there. No. We're just going to let that. We're going to add in our passata. Where's my pan? I actually don't have any pan lids. I don't know why. Did I ever have pan lids? I don't know. So what I'll do is I'm going to just cover that with tin foil and keep it on low and just let it work away. Now, as I say, I don't like a ragu to be too saucy for a lasagna ragu, because it then just becomes messy to build. So what I'll do is I'll let that cook away and reduce down and add as necessary. So that's what I'm going to do. Where's my? That's actually alright. I'm a bit sort of skeptical because I thought, do you know what? I don't have a lot of flavour going on, but I actually do. Sweet bird pocket. Right, we're going to move the camera back because that's actually a bit awkward. So we're back to here. We're back to here. So, are we? bechamel. Now, I have my leeks. So, just to recap for bechamel, we have leeks, we have our Dijon, we have our nutmeg that we're going to grind in ourselves, and our black pepper, and you're going to have full salt. You are, that's just basic. So, we're going to put that away so that we don't get our cinnamon confused with anything. Lighting's an issue because I've moved about here. We've done a lot of different angles here today. A lot of different angles you've seen with quite a lot of my kitchen. Right. We're going to fire this up to 5. So we are. We're actually going to, do you know what? We're going to swap. We're going to put that there and we're going to put this here. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to fire this up to 5 because I think you can see that with what I'm doing. And I don't need that right now. So, we've got our, you want plenty of oil. Plenty of oil. I am literally coating the bottom of the pan with this Greek extra virgin olive oil. So my bottom of the pan is like that. Okay? Trust me, I'm not a doctor. Now, what we're going to do, we're just going to let these sweat down. I just want to make them sweat. So, sweat down, swish, 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 swish. I usually have a light up there, but it broke ages ago. And I use like a temporary light, and I'm definitely, if you see me doing this, I'm definitely going to have to get this. Definitely. Right. Now, when I say you're going to sweat these down, maybe 15 minutes of sweating down. So it's a bit of a labour of love, but it's going to be worth it. It is going to be so tasty. So what we're going to do, we're going to add in our salt to draw out any moisture so that we can get those sweated down. That's what we're going to do. Okay? All that salt draws out the water. Then that cooks away and it all sweats. Alright? Do you know what the funny thing is? See, when I was in home economics, when I was in the GCSE, I couldn't have given a fuck. I hated it. But I actually love cooking. Isn't that amazing? What's that about? What is that about? Now, that's just sweating away. Now, we're going to be putting in, maybe, okay, so I don't have a grinder, a pepper grinder, pepper mill. I just bought the ground black pepper, and I'm filling the bottom of the cap, and I'm putting that in. We will put in quite a bit of black pepper. It really complements leeks. Sometimes they knock very light and I can't hear them. But they knock like this. I always tell them knock really loud. There. Okay, we're getting nice and sweated down now. Nice and sweated down. And we'll not need any more salt. sweating them down. Keeping it on that high heat. We're at number 5 on the hot. Nothing is sticking because we've had plenty of oil in the pan. Don't be afraid of oil. You know, people are, oh, don't use too much oil. Oh. I mean, it depends on the oil. If you're going for a really good extra virgin olive oil, absolutely. That's a really good oil. People take a teaspoon of that a day. It's very good for you. Very good for you. Right. We're nearly there. We're nearly at the consistency. We want sort of like a jammy consistency with the mix. Okay? So we're getting there. And you're constantly moving. Constantly moving. They're not catching. You don't want them to catch. You don't want any burnt leaves. No. And you're just picking up the bottom of the pan. And you're just keeping that going. Keeping it going, keeping it going. Leeks cook down very easily, you know. I think that's why they do very well in soups. Because they're an easy veg to just cook down. Plenty of flavour. Can carry flavour. So we're getting them. We are getting them. Right, I'm going to knock this down to 3. And we need to get our Dijon mustard. And we need to get the food. And you know what? Don't be shy. Dijon mustard, if you haven't had it before, is not like English mustard. It's like a creamier, mellowed version of mustard, of English mustard. A lot more palatable. It's used a lot in a lot of salad dressings. A lot of background flavour for like white sauce. Because it carries with. So we now have Dijon mustard leeks. Again, smells incredible. I don't think we're going to put in any more black pepper. That mustard is going straight in my eye. And we're going to knock this down to 2. Now, with the mustard, it might start to catch if you sort of don't keep it moving. Keep it moving, keep it moving. However, we've got this down to 2, and we're going to throw in our cream. I've got plant-based cream. As I said, can't have dairy. Now, I'm going to use probably use all 5 because you know what, I can. I've got the flavour and I've got it all. It'll carry. Let me see. I might only use 4. Let me see. 4 is plenty for that actually. So it is. So that's where we're at. We've got our leeks, sweated them down, salt, black pepper, Dijon mustard, and I've got plant-based cream. Now what we're going to do, we're going to time now. We're going to get our whole nutmeg. And we're going to grate some in. I've got a wee hand grater. I'm sure you can buy ground nutmeg, but sometimes when you do things like this, it's just so therapeutic. It's so relaxing. Right. Let's see. That's quite a bit there. Oh, you can smell that. Oh, you can smell that. Oh, I'm lifting the jar. Oh, there's Dakota. Hold on. The trouble's back. Right, we'll do a wee bit more nutmeg. Just do a tiny bit more. Right, that's the end of the nutmeg. It's going to fly everywhere. And I'll put in just a wee bit of cheese. We'll give Dakota a bit of cheese. Right, go down. So that is now. Oh, Jesus. I did this everywhere. So that is now my bechamel. So no, it's not my bechamel. So we're gonna move this over to here, over to here, over to here. Turned the stove off. Unreal. Unreal. Right, we're going to blitz this because we've cleaned our blitzer. Why is that so weird? We're gonna sit down. Just down. That is so good. Right. Right, I'll be back.